Shalom, 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 shalom. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Mikolot Maim Rabim Adirim. Mishpereyam Adir Bamaro Adonai. Lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai. La 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la, ya la. Shabbat Shalom, my first guest, Michael. I am broadcasting on YouTube at Rick Kunkoff's channel, on Facebook, Rick Kunkoff's Facebook, on I Was in Rick Kunkoff's Class Facebook, and on Rick Kunkoff's Coffee House. I am broadcasting live from Kona, Hawaii, where I've been for almost 2 weeks, enjoying a break that we planned a long time ago, and with humility, I thought I would broadcast tonight for Shabbat for, again, for prayers for peace. Hello, Phyllis. Shabbat Shalom. Yes, it is a picture behind me, but we actually are in Kona, and I actually was swimming in the ocean a couple of hours on. And I actually have, in addition to my Hawaiian shirt, I have a Hawaiian picture behind me. Love to all of you. I'm going to start with I know I told you last time for Shabbat, a little sadness. I don't have my guitar. Everything's a cappella tonight. But it's a peace song. It's interesting how songs come around. I mean, there hasn't been a time without war ever, I think, in history. But as far as this particular song, it has come very much into usability, shall I say. And I want to dedicate this song to all of the soldiers who are fortunate to be alive, and the many, many thousands that are not, particularly from this Ukrainian war. I call Ukrainian war. It's not a Ukrainian war at all. It's a Russian war. It's Vladimir Putin's war. How about we call that Vladimir Putin's war? Ukraine is where my ancestors came from, Kiev, and from, I believe, Sevastopol, maybe, and definitely Belarus. I used to call myself of Russian heritage. I want to call myself now of Ukrainian heritage. We have been blessed with an incredible model for all human beings. Zelensky, President Zelensky, a Jew, descendant from Holocaust survivors. Last night, I dreamed that Zelensky was Moshiach. He's sure, if you look at the Reform Jewish point of view, liberal Reform Jewish point of view that I carry, we have an opportunity to redefine Moshiach as a verb. We do Moshiach. And in that, we have messianic figures. Rather than just saying one person is the Messiah, we have a series of messianic figures throughout history. Martin Luther King, Mahatma Gandhi, maybe Nelson Mandela, perhaps even Mother Teresa, a number of people who have brought the world closer to peace. We call them messianic figures. So certainly Zelensky is that. So God bless him, and God bless all the people that are suffering from this Russian aggression against a country that really had no reason to be invaded. Anyway, sing with me if you like. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing, where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the flowers gone? Gone to young girls, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the young girls gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young girls gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young girls gone? Gone to young men, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the young men gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young men gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young men gone? Gone to soldiers, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the soldiers gone? Gone to graveyards, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time passing. Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time ago. Where have all the graveyards gone? Gone to flowers, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? So, just like a house on my old street where I grew up in Culver City, reflecting mid-century, they call it mid-century modern. That song is mid-century modern, so of course it's not exactly gender inclusive, and it's not exactly Quantimus. Let's look at it as a mid-century song, bring it forward, and know that it, in his language, in its message, was very progressive and still is progressive for our time. So to all the men, women, and everybody that we want to include from the LGBTQ movement, to include everyone in this song. Perhaps we can revise the words. As I was singing them, I was realizing that. But the meaning's there. So mercy for that song. Sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, tova uvaracha. Sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, tova uvaracha. Give us, give us peace, give us, give us peace, give us, give us peace, give us shalom. Ya la 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 la, ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la, ya la la, ya la la. Sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, tova uvaracha. So anyone who has candles going, it's only 2:00 here in Kona, Hawaii, where I'm bringing Kabalat Shabbat to you from. So thanks for joining us, Andrew and Stu, Phyllis and Stu and Michael and anybody else who's here. I'm going to go ahead and bless the candles, and you guys can light them or imagine them. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Yai diddy die diddy die 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 die. Yai diddy die. Oh yai diddy die 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 die. Yai diddy die. Hey, yai die 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 die. Yai diddy die. Oh, yai diddy die die die, yai diddy die die die, yai diddy die die. The whole world is waiting to sing a song of Shabbos. The whole world is waiting to sing a song of Shabbos. Hey, I diddy die 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 die. To sing a song of Shabbos. Hey, I diddy die 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 die. To sing a song of Shabbos. Ukrainians are waiting to sing a song of Shabbos. The Ukrainians are waiting to sing a song of Shabbos. Hey, die, 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 die. To sing a song of Shabbos. Hey, die, 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 die. Sing a song of Shabbos. All the human race is singing a song of Shabbos. The whole human race is singing a song of Shabbos. For Shabbos peace, for Shabbos love, for Shabbos kindness, for Shabbos tolerance. So I promised that I would share a song. It's already, I'm not going to say it's outdated. It was written, I wrote it and recorded it and did a video of it during the pandemic, which here we are, a couple of years later, still going. So I sometimes phrase it this way. Perhaps the pandemic and the horrible treatment that people of color have received, and really any people have received from our system that is set up to protect us, which resulted in some really sad deaths and losses. Moving on to, of course, ongoing fires all over the country, including the very place where I live, very close to where I live, people losing their houses. Going on to a number of hateful acts and hateful comments becoming somehow commonplace due to the energy of the despots of the world. We can name them on probably two hands, but we won't tonight. But I would like to say, may we engender love and peace and equanimity and good behavior in the children we are raising, that we may never raise another Hitler, another Mussolini, or another Putin. Amen. Whew, got that out. That was a lot. And may we live as one people. We are one and we are many, but within the many we are one, and within the one we are many, which is why I love the Shema. Blessed be that, whatever it is, which unifies us in a commonality of one. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. I never know which Shema is going to pop out, but one of the benefits of being a one-man show is that I can let it pop out. So whatever melody you sing, again, just like the Havdalah candle, many wicks blend into one. The melodies all bring us to the same place. So I'd like to share with you my song called Silver Linings. I did it in my backyard. Maddie recorded it, my lovely stepdaughter. And here we go. Oops.
We were working and hustling and grinding while the broken world was unwinding. Pointing fingers, are we to blame? It all comes out the same. It's calling out our hearts and minds and souls. While the sickness took us down, politicians played around, and the southeast flooded, the northwest burned, and still no lesson is learned. It's tearing up our hearts and minds and souls. It's all about silver linings, a time for self-defining, and nothing's gonna be the same no more when we open up that door. Gonna follow that silver lining, gonna keep on redefining, gonna keep on moving and stop just trying, gonna follow that silver line. When the sickness took us down, a new fight came around, And when the doors flew open again, a fight for justice began. It's calling out our hearts and voices and souls. The sickness hasn't won. The fight has just begun. The virus of ignorance, hatred, and war. We can stand for injustice no more. It's teaching us the peace we're waiting for. It's all about silver linings, a time for self-defining. And nothing's gonna be the same no more when we open up the door. Gonna follow that silver lining. Gonna keep on redefining. Gonna keep on moving and stop just trying. Gonna follow that silver line. Not a person can abstain from the sadness and the pain as we kneel together holding hands against one another. There's nothing to gain as sisters and brothers. We can start all over again. If we hold on to the love, the sun will shine above. The waves will break and the rivers roar. We will see the mountains once more. It's clearing up our minds and hearts and souls. The vision's getting clearer. The cure is coming nearer. The moon and the stars will show the way to find a better day. To open up and start all over again. It's all about silver lining, a time for self-defining. And nothing's gonna be the same no more when we walk back through the door. Gonna follow that silver lining. Gonna keep on redefining. Gonna keep on moving and stop just trying. Gonna follow that silver line.
I hope you could hear that song. If that didn't come across on some of the broadcasts, it's on my YouTube channel. It's called It's All About Silver Linings. Thank you, Maddie, for making that recording. That was really fun. And so I'm thinking a little bit more about what I said about messianic figures. The idea of messianic figures, which was brought to me by my rabbi in, I think, 10th grade, it liberates us because then we don't have to fight about who's the Messiah. Moshiach is a movement. Moshiach, Messiah, the Messiah, it is a continuum. And anybody and everybody has the chance to jump on it at any given time. So see, President Zelensky has jumped on that continuum. That is Moshiach. So we don't have to fight anymore. We don't have to say my God and your God and my Messiah and your Messiah. We're always waiting for Moshiach, and Moshiach is something that we do, and God is a verb. So let's do it. We're being called upon again to be strong, to be resilient, and to practice equanimity. I have a little bit of survivor's guilt for even being over in this beautiful place, Kona, yet it's giving me a chance to really think and meditate on really the absurdity of what's going on. And so, one of the ways that we can heal ourselves and heal those who are grieving and heal those who are sad and heal those who have lost is to look at the silver linings. So, what if? Now, whenever I say what if, I feel like I'm free because I'm granting that it could not be. What if the pandemic, which affected every person in the world and still does, no one was invulnerable? Perhaps those that jumped on making the vaccine are part of that movement, that verb that I call Moshiach. And we don't even know their names, but blessings to them. Maybe the pandemic and the fires and even this war are a rehearsal that God has sent us for global warming. Because somehow the universe, the world just couldn't get us excited about global warming. We know about it. We know we should do something, but it's not really directly affecting every person on earth. So we're in a rehearsal right now. And it's all part of the same thing. We must stand up in one concept, which I call solidarity, against whatever this horrible virtual dragon is, and beat it down and bring ourselves around to peace. I believe in human beings. I believe we are essentially good. I don't believe we're totally good, but I believe we are essentially good. And one of my rabbi teachers has taught me that possibly the highest mitzvah or deed, commanded deed, that one can do is to take something bad and make it good. So may Putin toss and turn in his sleep and wake up tomorrow and realize, okay, it's enough. It's enough destruction. It's enough hatred. It's enough lying. It's enough stealing. It's enough greed. It's enough megalomania. It's enough. It's done. We're over. It's enough. We need peace. And hello, Julie. Thanks for joining us. So silver linings. People say hi more to each other, genuinely. People have bonded together and spent more time, many people with their families, people who have had jobs that they just can't do anymore, have seen some new open doors. Many, 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 many millions of people have been blessed with gift money from the government that we always criticize. Many of us have learned the lesson of now. Because I once learned that we talk about depression, anxiety. So dwelling on the past fosters and engenders depression. And worrying about the future engenders and births anxiety. So why not now? If not now, then when? Let us be kind. Let us love each other. Let us care for each other. What kinds of silver linings can you think of? I'm thinking about people who decided to do things that they were putting off now instead of later. People sharing and caring and being together and checking in on each other and going shopping for each other. It has birthed as a silver lining, despite the sadness and the loss, it has birthed a new kind of possibility. There is a possibility that we can emerge from this evolved. Today I was remembering a camp song that actually was made famous and written by Glenn Campbell. A lot of people didn't know that. It's one we used to sing in our friendship circle. Again, I don't have my guitar with me here, so a cappella. But if you want to look it up, it's really sweet. It was sung live on YouTube, or it's live on YouTube with Jackie DeShannon and Glenn Campbell. Beautiful song. Let me be a little kinder, let me be a little blinder to the faults of those around me. Let me praise a little more. Let me be when I am weary, just a little bit more cheery. Think a little more of others and a little less of me. Let me be a little braver when temptation bids me waver. Let me strive a little harder to be all that I can be. Let me be a little meeker with the brother, sister that is weaker. Think a little more of others and a little less of me. Let me be when I am weary, just a little bit more cheery. Let me serve a little better those that I am striving for. Let me be a little kinder, let me be a little blinder to the faults of those around me. Let me praise a little more. Let me be when I am weary, just a little bit more cheery. Think a little more of others and a little less of me, and a little less of me. The great teacher Maimonides, mid-century rabbi who was, I don't know, 5 different things. He definitely had a lot of side hustles. He was a rabbi. He was, I think, a scientist. He was a mathematician. He was a philosopher. He was, I think, even a doctor. Wrote and brought a bunch of things that were really ahead of his time in the 11th, 10th, 11th century. And he wrote a book that was so hard to understand that a recent rabbi wrote a book explaining it. And he ends the book by saying, you can put Maimonides into one sentence. And by the way, today's Judaism is essentially based on the teachings and the instructions of Maimonides, Moses Maimonides. What is that line? It's not about me. If it's not about me, there's only one possibility, and that is it can be about us. So much of the time, we take things personally and we make it about ourselves. Like the foundation of almost every war starts off, of course, with money and greed and all that kind of thing, but also about hurt feelings. And most of the time, when we have hurt feelings, they are not about us. They're about something that someone's bringing that's about their past or fixing their past or living in their past or being angry or being regretful or resentful or hateful. But if you just utter this little acronym to yourself, it can make it all difference. What is the acronym? The acronym is Q-tip. Quit taking it personally. You say that to yourself and it changes everything. Secondly, an acronym that I myself came up with, which is WIMP. W-I-M-P, WIMP. After you've had a big argument and you think you're right, you're totally right, know that you're not ever 100% totally right or wrong. So practice WIMP. WIMP is an acronym for what is my part? What is my part? I love to ask children who come and complain to me about mistreatment and how other kids are treating them and all that kind of thing. And this kid did that and that kid did that to me. And I love to ask little kids, what do you think he is telling his mom right now? Tell me the story that the boy that hurt you is telling his mom right now. Get a little bit of a different story. Also, A lot of people have said, called a name to Putin and Hitler and a few other people in these despots, a name of bully. And what's weird about calling someone a bully is that it's name calling. It's name calling. So I came up with different terminology. And so I would propose it to you this way. How many of you have ever initiated bad behavior, hurtful behavior to another human being? How many of you have ever received hurtful behavior from another human being? How many of you have ever witnessed someone being treated badly by another human being? And how many of you have done something about it to intervene and help support the person in the situation? Oh, so we've all been all four. So the new terminology I like to use is initiator, recipient, witness, and authority. The initiator initiates the good or bad behavior. The recipient initiates or receives the good or bad behavior. The witness sees it happening, and the authority does something about it to stop it. Wow, isn't that interesting? We are all four. We take turns. So maybe we don't call children who initiate bad behavior towards other children bullies. We just call them initiators. And we sit down with the initiator and the recipient and the witness and maybe even the authority, and we work it out. So suddenly, what Putin becomes is an initiator of bad behavior. And sometimes I see this man as a 3-year-old throwing a fit and threatening to escalate to the point of destruction if he doesn't get his way. Sorry, we don't negotiate with terrorists, especially 3-year-old terrorists. If a child threatens to break up the house and break everything in the house, do we say, okay, we won't discipline you? We got to find a way to do this, and it happens through solidarity. Okay, enough said there. May wherever the peace comes from, may it rain down on us. Ose shalom bimromam, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Yase shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. 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 So it's Shabbat. Shabbat ushers in peace. And unfortunately, Shabbat does that every week, and a lot of times we don't see it. So what's more important than loving and being together and caring and practicing equanimity and Q-tipping, quit taking it personally, and owning, wimp, what is my part? We are one. This song was written and performed by a band, I believe, of Jews and Palestinians in Israel. I think that's where it came from. So whoever wrote it, Yashar Koach, write some more, because we love it. O Jabo Shalom Aleinu. O Jabo Shalom Aleinu. O Jabo Shalom Aleinu. Shalom. Hello, Alex. Great to see you. O Jabo Shalom Aleinu. O Jabo Shalom Aleinu. O Jabo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Join me. O Jabo Shalom Aleinu. O Jabo Shalom Aleinu. O Jabo Shalom Aleinu. Shalom. Salam. Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam. Salam. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam, whether it's shalom or peace, salam. O Jabo Shalom Aleinu. O Jabo Shalom Aleinu. O Jabo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. O Jabo Shalom Aleinu. O Jabo Shalom Aleinu. O Jabo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam. Take a moment and just have a quiet meditation. I'm going to go off screen and just leave you with the beautiful view of the sea. And then we'll join together to close it out. Just close your eyes and be with the ocean. I'm back. And I was also, I'll be honest with you, I was looking at a beautiful rendition of Misha Berach. What is Misha Berach? Misha Berach is a song that was or a prayer that was revived by Debbie Friedman, may her memory be for a blessing, very famous Jewish song leader, singer, teacher, who brought us a bit of Moshiach. We can all bring Moshiach, let's remember that. Every time we do a kind deed, every time we make something that's bad into something that's good, we're doing Moshiach. We're doing the verb of God doing Moshiach. We're all on that continuum. And right now we have a fabulous model, President Zelensky. So let's follow him. So brave, so equanimous, so kind, so strong, so resolute, and so engendering of solidarity. Anyway, I hope you can hear this. It's not going to be great fidelity, but it's Craig Taubman's Misha Berach. Let's see if I can get it going. It's such a beautiful, it's a prayer for healing. Healing not only for people who are ill, but for our world that is a bit ill. You can hum along a prayer of healing. Misha Berach Avoteinu Avraham Yitzchak veYaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel veLeah to sing along Berach Avotenu, Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov. Healing for the world. We're healing for the world right now. Sarah, Rivka, Raquel, Leah, Yivareh, healing for all that are suffering, all that have been wounded by war, wounded by hurtful deeds. May we have healing for the world and for the health of the world and for the being that is the world. And may we hold the world in our hands gently with love and tread very softly and gently. Join us again once more. You can sing along, you don't need to know the words. Ela refarana, Ela refarana, Ela refarana. Shebera Avotenu, Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Leah, Yivareh, Okay, Craig Taubman, Misha Berach, thank you so much. If you love that recording, there's a number of recordings of Misha Berach by Craig Taubman, and this one in particular had signs going by, or visions, or scenes going by of people who had recovered from and fought cancer. And that's, another thing that we can bring up to look at is that there are so many things that we have that we forget to appreciate until they're snatched away from us. And none of us is invulnerable. So, may a little bit of Moshiach live in you, and may you give it to someone. May a lot of God live in all of us. Let's redefine Moshiach so that we can talk about it and we can jump on to that continuum. I'm going to close again with Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Shalom, Salam, peace. I hope to see you next week for Shabbat. I'm back in the groove of Shabbat, here from Kona, Hawaii. God bless this place. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, and we all take little steps of Moshiach here, such as turning in our sun block and getting sunblock that doesn't damage the coral. Never knew about that, but now I know and I've learned. And what is my part? My part is, instead of taking it personally when someone told me I couldn't use a sunblock, I have understanding the amazing work that they're doing. Some of the people said, as far as silver linings, that here in Hawaii, it was a blessing to shut down for a while. Imagine being in a place where it's 24/7 tourists and then suddenly it's quiet, it's peaceful. I'm going to take it out with Shabbat Shalom Aleinu. And come stop by. I'm going to start doing some concerts again on Rick Konkoff's Coffee House. I hope that you all have a blessed and wonderful weekend. You have some time to just be. O Shabbat Shalom Aleinu. O Shabbat Shalom Aleinu. O Shabbat Shalom Aleinu. Kulam. O Shabbat Shalom Aleinu. O Shabbat Shalom Aleinu. O Shabbat Shalom Aleinu ve'akulam. Salam Aleinu ve'akol ha'olam. Salam, salam. Salam Aleinu ve'akol ha'olam. Salam, salam. O Shabbat Shalom Aleinu. O Shabbat Shalom Aleinu. O Shabbat Shalom Aleinu ve'akulam. O Shabbat Shalom Aleinu. O Shabbat Shalom Aleinu. O Shabbat Shalom Aleinu ve'akulam. I'm going to play one more Craig Taubman song. It is called Holy Ground. Let me see if I can look it up. Take it on out with that. Holy Ground. Oop. It's worth waiting for. Yes, this is rather informal. All right, here we go. God, I love this song. Thank you again, Craig. I hope by spreading this song, it does it justice for you and the gifts that you give. Whoops. Let's skip the commercial. Although that's how these things happen, I guess, right? Here we go. Love this song. Whoops. Okay, well, we're going to listen to this one too. Then we'll listen to Holy Crown.
For life, for health, for hope, for beautiful, bountiful blessing. All praise to the source of being. For life, for health, for hope, for beautiful, bountiful blessing.
I hope you can hear this song. Andrew, is this song broadcasting? Somebody tell me if the song is coming across. It's Craig Taubman, wonderful, wonderful Jewish songwriter. I love that his songs are written or have a lot of English in them. Craig Taubman. This is an album called Holy Ground. I'm giving kudos to Craig. I won't talk during Holy Ground's song, but he does lovely renditions of Jewish songs that we sing in our own synagogue.
for beautiful, bountiful blessing. All praise to the source of being. Baruch atah Adonai, mikol nefesh kol zai.
Beautiful song. I will now be bringing all right. I'm going to start it over. One more time.
Every second, every minute, every hour, every day, everything, everyone, every place, every way. Where you walk, where you stand, where you love, where you praise. All of life is holy ground. Every he, every she, every what, every who. It's in her, it's in them, it's in me, it's in you. In the bitter, in the sweet, in the calm, in the storm.
All of life is holy ground.
So walk as if it's holy ground. Breathe as if it's all around. Talk and make a holy sound.
Take your shoes off, you're on holy ground.
When you hurt, when you heal, when you laugh, when you pray, when you hope, when you keep,
When you give it away,
every second, every minute,
every hour, every day,
all of life is holy ground. So walk as if it's holy ground. Breathe as if it's all around. Talk and make a holy sound. We
take our shoes off, you're on holy ground.
We are one people, one story, one tapestry we weave, one journey, one glory, one legacy we leave. Every second, every minute,
Every hour, every day,
everything, everyone, every place, every way. Where you walk, where you stand, where you love, where you praise.
All of life is holy ground.
Can you feel
The holy ground. Take your shoes off. You're on holy ground. Okay, I heard that song the first time when I was at a conference of Jewish workers, and I think he had just written that song and was accompanied by a guitarist named Dale Schatz, who went to my high school and played music, and it's just such a lovely song. I hope you guys will look up this album. It's called Holy Ground by Craig Taubman, and it's beautiful. I like to buy the music, and I have bought the music several times. I've bought the album and the CD and the MP3s, even though I know I can get them for free. Musicians appreciate when you buy them. So I'm not sure if because there's a whole thing on Facebook, they might have blotted out the song, but tell me, Andrew, you're still there. Could you hear Holy Ground? You're my man. Phyllis, could you hear Holy Ground? Michael, could you hear Holy Ground? If you could not hear it, you should look it up on YouTube because it's a fabulous, fabulous song. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. We'll see you next week.